House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is not bothered by criticism from Democrats and the mainstream media after he released over 40,000 hours of unseen footage from the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. McCarthy released the unseen footage to Fox News host Tucker Carlson, who spent several days airing footage on his program. During an interview with Breitbart News, the California Republican is now promising to release the January 6 security footage to the general public. McCarthy said his team will need to review all of the footage to address any security concerns before they release it all. "We just want to make sure we go through them all, and it takes time," McCarthy said. The first thing that Tucker said too was he didn't want to show any exits to cause any problems. "This is all about transparency. I think it's better for transparency that anyone can make their own decision, and as we walk through these are many more hours of tapes than the January 6 committee told us. It's not 14,000. It's 42,000 hours. We want to make sure for security purposes certain exits aren't shown and others. But the most interesting thing, when I had the team talk to the Capitol Police about making sure they had no problems with the exit and so on, they said January 6 never asked them that. They showed the exit of the vice president," he added. "They showed me the exit from my office. They literally had then Speaker Pelosi's daughter showing the secure location where they take the lead. That's not supposed to be known to anybody, and CNN reported it, and I don't remember the press ever getting upset with that. So what we want to do is make sure we have this out that everybody can see it," he continued. House Republicans are also launching their own version of a January 6 committee that will reinvestigate what happened at the U.S. Capitol in 2021. Georgia Republican Representative Barry Loudermilk will chair the new panel and says they will investigate both sides and show what really happened on January 6. Loudermilk also declared that the panel would consider seeking an interview with former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, including any decisions made about Capitol security ahead of January 6, CBS News reported. House Republicans issued a scathing report exposing Pelosi for her role in security and intelligence failures at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. Emails and text messages from Pelosi's office reveal her staff held regular meetings discussing security detail, helped edit authorities' plans, and turned down several requests from federal law enforcement needed to protect the Capitol on that day. Days after Pelosi's January 6 Select Committee recommended insurrection charges against former President Donald Trump over the Capitol riot, Republicans have hit back with a counterinvestigation apportioning blame for the internal security breakdown on January 6 to Pelosi and a dysfunctional Capitol Police Intelligence Division, New York Post reported. The New York Post reported. Leadership and law enforcement failures within the U.S. Capitol left the complex vulnerable on January 6, 2021, says the report, which is based on a trove of texts and email messages, and testimony from Capitol Police leaders and rank-and-file officers. House Sergeant at Arms Paul Irving, who answered to Pelosi as one of 3 voting members of the Capitol Police Board, succumbed to political pressures from the office of Speaker Pelosi and House Democrat leadership, was compromised by politics and did not adequately prepare for violence at the Capitol. Pelosi and her staff coordinated closely with Irving on security plans for the joint session of Congress on January 6, but Republicans were deliberately left out of important discussions related to security. And, in an apparent attempt to hide from Republicans the fact that they were being excluded from discussions, Irving asked a senior Democratic staffer to act surprised when he sent key information about plans for the joint session on January 6, 2021, to him and his Republican counterpart. The report also claims that staff within the House Sergeant at Arms office emailed Paul Irving that January 6 was Pelosi's fault, although it provides no evidence for the assertion. The report said that the Speaker's office helped edit authorities' plans, and turned down several requests from federal law enforcement needed to protect the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021. "I have no power over the Capitol Police. Does anybody not know that? The Capitol Police have responded to that gentleman's allegation, and that stands as what it is. But I have no power over the police, Pelosi's office said in February.